We are willing to work collaboratively with whomever forms government to build a more prosperous British Columbia.
BC's business and industry leaders say that the province's economy and standard of living are sluggish and struggling, and they're calling on political leaders to put forward their plan to boost economic growth in BC. At a press conference in Vancouver on Tuesday, representatives from small businesses, from the forestry and mining sectors, they were all present, and they had put forward a questionnaire to BC's political leaders, asking them for their plan on everything from wage growth to rising business costs in the province to climate policy and more. Basically asking the BC NDP and the BC Conservatives to put out their economic platforms.
Like many of you, we've got a lot of questions about where they stand on certain issues, and that is the reason that we came together, really to stand together as one voice to ask them to answer these questions around the priorities that we see are needed.
The leadership survey has 8 questions, including on the elected government's plans for a balanced budget, resource development, crime and safety, and the cost of living. We reached out to the BC Conservatives and the BC NDP, but they weren't able to say before broadcast when and if the party leaders plan to respond to the survey.
61% of British Columbians understand the link between a healthy economy, a strong business community, and the government's ability to deliver public services that we all need. This questionnaire gives us the opportunity to seek the answers from the parties and help the parties tell the story to their voters.
While the official platforms haven't come out yet, the BC Conservatives have signaled on their website support for forestry and mining, knocking down regulations on small businesses, and putting forward a balanced budget. But their leader, John Rustad, has been criticized by pundits as a climate change denier. Meanwhile, the NDP doesn't have specific policies on its website yet, but the government's Stronger BC plan does detail a plan for boosting the forestry sector and its work on regulating the mining industry.
Now, these business leaders, they wouldn't publicly endorse any of these political parties today, but they did say that many voters in BC are still undecided. Essentially, their main message was leaders put out a clear plan that'll boost the economy and increase prosperity in the province. The provincial election is on October 19th. In Vancouver, Kier Junos, City News.